What's up, guys? Welcome back to a little Sleeper Citizen. So I found where it was holding me up here. We got Ankita. I think this is it anyway. You spot Ankita on the track to the farm stack. She has a box on her shoulder and is working her way down the slope. She sees you as she approaches. Neither of you speak for a moment. She looks tired, pale. Her hair is tangled with clumps of dirt cling to her armor. Both eye each other. Ankita? She holds up a hand. Sleeper. She takes a deep breath. I'm sorry for what happened. Truly am. She looks down. I'm sorry you ended up in the middle of this. When all you have shown me is kindness. She rubs her face. I'm sorry. It's okay. She nods and you look up to the stars. I've never. She stops herself. Thank you. Kita shifts the weight of the box on her shoulder. I've been preparing for. She grimaces. Look. Sighs. Can you come with me? It's easier if. Lead on. Kita leads down the dirt path between the pillars. There is a wind passing through the greenway. Fork of air currents that the biosphere maintains, and it ruffles the leaves softly. The sound makes the sounds more obvious, more complete. Try not to think of the last time you were here. You've been trying not to think of it for the past few cycles. The image of the sleeper sprawled, twisted open, connected to the ship mind has been hard to forget. You realize that Ankita is leading you back there, back to the drum at the center of the stack. Pause, trembling a little. At the threshold, she turns. What are you doing? She with empty eyes. What needs to be done? You stand on the threshold and look up at the tanks, green and wet, some glowing, flickering glow lamps. You look down at Ankita, suddenly so small under this hulking ruin, the smallest she has ever looked. She places the box down. Follow her in. Follow and get into the stack to a low tank, entering the drum at ground level. It is just as beautiful as you remember when it barely touches you. Instead, you check the apertures of the tanks for the glint of the weapon or a shadow among the moss. Ankita stops and you look down. The mossy island at the center of the tank is clear now, the equipment cleared away. In its place is a mound of dirt, loosely covered with moss. Ashton's rifle stands straight, half buried in the dirt, at the grave's head. I buried them together, Ankita says without turning. You both stand there in silence for a little while. You think of questions you could ask about Ashton, about the sleeper. How long did you know him? She takes a moment to respond. For a moment you think she won't, but then the words come gushing out. He signed on for a while ago. He used to run recon of the corporate outfit, but he got sick of the pay. He joined the crew as a sniper, and the first few jobs were a breeze. He was so cold, disconnected. He always hit his marks. The last few jobs, though, he was different. I noticed that. He had a period of extended shore leave on the eye. When he came back, he was changed. I assumed he just had too much time off. He was right. I never would have given him the ship mind. I wouldn't have believed him. I've had crew members double-cross me, undercut me, rat me out. That's the business. He wasn't a good person. None of us in this job are. That is how we die alone. She stops, not sure what to add. It seems like she's reaching for something, but she can't quite get there. You feel the gap between you, and as you do, it widens. Water drips, the moss trembles. You both stand in silence for a while longer. You both feel it, life creeping back in, the silence ending. She shifts her weight and then starts walking out. You follow her, suddenly eager to back out into the open space of the greenway. To be away from this place forever. You stand outside and breathe the fresh air. You stare at the green leaves and the stars wheeling above them. That's it, says Ankita, somewhere behind you. Try to think of something to say, but can't. Ankita puts a hand on your shoulder. Turn back to her. At least take this. She forces a hand of cryo chits into your hands. It's what I owe. She looks at you desperately. You look down at the metal bars, ugly little things. You think. I guess take them. And turn without saying a word. You continue up the track and she does not follow. As you walk up, the rise picks up. Leaves shudder. You walk faster, trying to outpace your anger. The chits are heavy in your pocket and you hate them for reminding you of how little life is worth. Yeah. Got a decent bit of money though. Type commune, self-sustaining community. Wastes. Escaped XPR ship. Ah. Welcome to Episode Flux. Episode Flux is the first of 3 episodic updates to the systems that retell the story of the refugee float which has arrived at the Eye. All 3 episodes, Flux, Refuge, and Purge, are now available. Completing the supply guerrillas action will begin the episode, but be aware that it's intended for late gameplay. Okay. Is there any data points? points on this section. Greenway Gate. What Greenway Cipher? Oh, don't have that. Okay, let's go back. Maybe that was all I needed to complete for us to end this cycle. Get my dice back. There. Yep, that was it. Man, I can't get that other dice to save. Maybe it's because my condition is low. Not a great roll. Let's check for data. Some ones. There's a 2. Okay. Working compressor. All right. Now has to work off his debt. -1. Ouch. Yikes. I do need to eat. Noodle factory delivery. Go feed anyone who takes a shift. There we are. Okay. So I gotta do Feng's thing. Snap. There's too much stuff to do and too little to do it with. I guess let's buy one more of these. That way I have 2, because I'm gonna have to use one soon. Alright. Scavengers. Let me buy. Okay. Leave the station, get protection, and disable your tracker before they leave. Okay. Well, I guess we better work on his debt then. Alright. Ooh, I lost some condition there. Oh my. That decimated my energy. Okay. Fungus fan. Alright. That smoked my energy. Alright. Got all of our dice. I do need to probably buff up my energy. Let's see if I can't gather a little data. +1. It does work. All right. Oof. Staying in energy is crushing me. Alright. Dang. Cycles are going fast now. God, Ethan. Frickin' must have racked up a heck of a tab. Get some energy first. Man, it's putting a hell of a drain on me. Killing me, Ethan. Last one, come on. There it is. Good God. They're never going to release my debt. The shits. Ethan kicks at the lower locker and the sounds rattle loudly at the room. Ethan paces around the smart room, swearing to himself. You watch him from the locker room. Calm down, they'll do it. Ethan laughs. There's no way. He spits on the floor, an old habit. They like having sniveling little shits like us work their club. Saves us the overheads and they get the bosses around. He kicks the locker again and swears. What did they say? Shit's about getting back to me. I swear to gods, they're the most straight-edge gangster I've ever seen. He laughs at his own joke. I can't do it. I can't spend another shift stopping spacers, bringing nail guns into the club, or pouring in the shots of Corolla for ignorant Havenage workers. He looks at the locker and I'm threatening it with a final kick. I mean it. I'm going to go up there and shoot every single one of those shits. He makes a finger gun. Hold on. Don't get all excited. I haven't got my gun. Remember, he stops spacing. But, you know, Sleeper, that's not a bad idea you have there. Terrible idea. What is it, though? He gives you a look. I don't mean shooting out the place. I mean getting the gun. He sits beside you on the bench. Think about it. What am I supposed to do when Maverick gets here? Shout him down? I need that gun if you want me to keep my end of the deal. It's simple. An explosive personality for a distraction at the front. He places a hand on his own chest. A sneaky Sleeper to go into the back. He pats your chest. What about the debt? We've done our time, and the wounds they've faded. If they don't notice us take the gun, they'll never know it's gone. Plus, he stands up after my distraction. They'll be happy to see the back of me. Or they'll want you dead even more. Either works. At least I never have to see the inside of that shithole again. He gives the locker one last kick for good luck. Let me know when you want to do this. We both move as one. Meet up in the Bright Market after. But don't take too long. I really will shoot this place up. He grins. You know I'll do it. Okay. Well. Gosh dang it. Let's eat. Alright. Let's go home, end the cycle. Once I get rid of this threat, I can focus on something else. But I don't want to be caught with my pants down when this guy shows up. Alright, I got some decent dice. Grab the gun. Go with my best roll. Here we go. You run down the stairs 2 at a time, crashing past the doorman as he comes up. The gun is in your pocket. You're running the only way out of this place, down the main stairs into the club. When you get there, you see Ethan immediately. At first, you don't understand what has happened, but then you see it, the blinking grenade in his hand. Everyone is frozen, everyone is shouting. You catch his eye and he raises an eyebrow. You slow down. You come down the stairs and flush through the crowd. You slip along the bar, staying away from Ethan, and then you are out. Run to the place where you were supposed to meet. You don't think you hear an explosion. Ethan gets there moments later, laughing out of breath. What the hell was that? He's doubled over with laughter. Don't be stupid. It was fake. He straightens up. You should have seen their faces. I wish. He smiles. You have it? He looks nervous. Show him the gun. You lift it out of your pocket, and it's colder and heavier than expected. Ethan watches you take it out. Nice. Now if you would, he beckons with his hand. Memory jumps into your mind of Ethan thrusts her hand out, asking for his gun back. A memory followed by the memory of a sharp, dizzying pain. You flinch. How do I know he's not gonna friggin' betray me as soon as I give it to him? Wait. Come on, hand it over. I'm gonna trust this dude. He says a sigh of relief. Then he meets your eye and slowly raises the gun until it's pointing directly at your head. Not funny. Ethan spits. When they cancel that contract, they lost everything. My reputation, my payout, any way of getting this shitty situation, everything. All I had left was you, he grins. Naive little sleeper with a heart of gold. I couldn't believe it worked. He laughs, and now we're done. But the contract is canceled. No shit. He's taking himself out of arm's reach. He slides his slate out of his pocket with the other hand. Now to call Maywick. Are you crazy? You are crazy, Sleeper, for thinking I'd kill one of my own for you. What happened? For what? Helping me wash dishes? He laughs long and loud, and you hate him for it. He prods the slate. Done. He puts it away. He's here, you know, on the station. I've been speaking with him. He tells me we can split the contract. Not 50-50, but enough of the finder's fee that I can get out of this shithole. He's lying. I'm not sure you're the one I'd trust. Spot a lie, he winks. Ethan glances around. I have learned one thing from you, though, Sleeper. In all your cycles working in that shitty club, he smells. People never know when to cut and run. It's like they freeze in the headlights when the future is bearing down on them. They watch it coming, watch their death flying in a fraction. Drive speed. You have every chance and you still keep going on, like some idiot robot going through the motions, even when you knew you'd be crushed. And let me tell you something. The shot enters through his upper back, and he crumples immediately to the ground. You drop too without thinking, pressing yourself to the walkway floor like it might save you. Silence. You look up and see him coming down the walkway, silent, eyes alight. Maywick. Freeze in fear. Here it comes. You see it just by Ethan's crumpled body, the gun. Move. You can't. Move. You inch forward. Move. You go for it. You run forward and a shot sounds out. You feel it ripple over your back. When your hands are on the gun, you scramble to your knees behind Ethan's body and fire. Close your eyes, you fire again and again and again until the clip is empty and all the electric clicks. And then you drop the gun and stand up. You don't hear him running, you don't hear anything, you just hear the sound of your own breath. You start walking, stepping over Ethan's static body, walking along the walkway and then past Maywick, his eyes now dark, some mechanical fluid leaking from his chest, perhaps the same fluid that is inside you. You're trying to think about it, you keep going, the sound comes back, the eye comes back. As it does, you hear the sound of 1,000 people getting on with their lives, thousands of people who are just going to keep going until they can't anymore. You look up and all you see are the wheeling stars. They are spinning and you are suddenly dizzy. Through the eyes, always spun like this, hasn't it? And you don't stop walking, you keep going. That's all there is now, the path forward. East and Arp have left you no history, no past to speak of, just a void that threatens to swallow you if you slow down. Think of Ethan's smile, his voice, and feel sick. Is it over? You aren't sure if it ever can be, but you are still here and you can't stop now. There has to be a better end to this. Damn! Wow. That didn't go great. Use scrap components at home to repair condition. After any engage action. All cryo actions are discounted by 20%. Damn. Let's see here. I can get a +2 into it or interface. Oh, I need 3 points. Well, I'll save my points then. Well, that didn't go amazing. Noodle delivery. Let's do this because he'll feed me. Targets. All right. Whew, let's end this cycle. That was crazy. I figured he was gonna betray me. I was like, I wanted to just point the gun at him and kill him. Next time. You wake from the dreams of Maywick's amber eyes floating in a pool of dark fluid. It was difficult to get sleep, and you suspect that it isn't about to change anytime soon, not after what happened. But you feel something else. You get up, thumb the power stud of the stove, and begin to boil water like every morning. You feel something has lifted, something that had been hanging over you since you arrived on the station. You're trying to think too hard about it, to question it. You just let the lightness stay. Let it settle as you go through your routines. Your hope is that you don't focus on it, don't look at it directly, and won't get scared of it. that the lightness will stay for the cycle and another and then another. Because after all that's happened, a little lightness would be nice. Yikes. That's not a great dice reroll. Alrighty. What else can I work on here? Disable my tracker. Well, I don't really need to right now. Let's just keep working on this for now. He'll feed me if I work here. There we go. Alright. Looks like we're going back. Alrighty. Grab a little data, call it a cycle. Alright. We're getting there. Alrighty. Oh, I just need one more. Yes. Sleeper, you see Fang come in the corridor as you step out of Minji's. The kelp noodles smell still cling to your clothing. He comes up fast and stops close, looking around suspiciously. I don't have long. Take these. Palms you a couple of those metal thumb-sized drives, ripper worms. My slave's been buzzing like crazy. It seems like your delivery shifts have turned up our 2 targets. He squeezed your shoulder. I knew you could do it. And we nailed those snakes. What do we do? Arden's boys are connected by some kind of closed network. You break the access protocols on both of them. You should be able to gain the location of the nearest network ports. Slot the ripper worms in those ports, each one, and they'll feed me anything and everything stored in Harden's shadow network. He smiles. Can't wait to see what juicy plans they have in there. You hear the scuff of boots as the group comes up the corridor, likely on their way to place an order with Minji. You turn for a second, and then when you look back, Fang is already halfway down the corridor in the opposite direction. He raises a hand in farewell and is gone. You run your fingers over the tiny ripper worm drives in your pocket and smile to yourself as you wonder how mad Jenna will be at Fang for this little excursion. Time to slot some worms. Alrighty. Okay. Yikes. Well. That works, eh? Okay. Okay. of the worms. Slotted. As you walk into the table, you quickly spot Fang arguing with Jenna. Approach. You go behind Fang, and he turns and notices Jenna stops mid-tirade as you arrive. She turns to you. You again. You here to vouch for this layabout? She laughs. Well. And what are you two up to? Fang winks at you and interjects. It's like I told you, Jenna. I'm helping them out, get them settled, sorting their life out. They're a sleeper. You know what that means? Jenna softens. She looks a little embarrassed. Of course I know. She stops and thinks. Look, Fang, I get it. You're trying to help, but if you want to keep this job, you're going to need to be a little bit more reliable. Fang nods out. Won't happen again, Jenna, I promise. She looks suspiciously between the two of you. Okay then, she turns to you, and look, I didn't mean to. Just be cool, alright? She turns and walks back to the bar. Well. Didn't know you'd stand up for me, sleeper. Fang claps you on the back. I appreciate the solidarity. Takes out the slate, pulsing the pale light. Now let's take a look at what you were really here for. The slate is warning massive code streams coming directly from the river worms as they dig through the agent's data and spin into the threads for the slate to pick up. Anything good? Fang scrolls the display with a finger. A lot of junk. A lot of dull as hell message threads, a lot of tedious data caches, but definitely some good stuff. He stops scrolling on an entry and expands it. Check this out. See a bold corporate logo, not Solomon's, and a word below. Conway. Working with Conway? Conway Extractions. Fang nods. He's been speaking with them personally. Got a whole chain of messages here, but mostly encrypted or redacted. He rubs his head. Damn it. This is juicy, but we can't nail it with it. He scrolls some more. Wait. What's this? A wasteland reclamation facility right here on the eye? He glances back to you. What's the bet this place is tucked into the wastes? Conway are set up here. I'm guessing so. Got themselves a setup in the wastes. Back before the collapse, people would have got there by going to the connected spoke from the hub. That spoke's broken now, so the other way is the long way around the rim, past the greenway. He shows you on his slate. Fang looks away, thinking Conway have been making some moves in the system since the collapse. I heard they took over one of Solomon's old belt colonies a while ago, moved everyone out, and reclaimed the whole rock. Why work with Hardin? Access, old connections? Not sure. Fang looks back at the screen. But if Hardin is involved in it, then we need to check it out. Simple as that. So what's next? Fang stares out in the middle distance. We have to get to that facility. The answer to whatever Hardin been prepping, been planning, has to be there. And we're going to catch him in the act. Oh, really? Give me 5, maybe 6 cycles, and then I'll see you in the greenway. I seem to remember there's some old service docks on the outer shell up at the Hypo building. Should be a good place to meet. Fang squeezes your shoulder. Thanks again, Sleeper, for sticking with us. I haven't forgotten about the tracker gears either. I'm gonna need to get back into my bay to pull up a solution together. He turns the slate around to face you, showing a massive scrolling code. I've been working on a fix in my brakes. He winks. Fang grins widely. Now I've got to ask for some time off from Jenna. Wish me luck. He waves as he walks back to the bar where Jenna's standing. Deep exhaustion is in her eyes. Oh lord. Hey, there's another upgrade point. That's what we needed. Nice. Solid +2. Alright, I got one good thing left. Lose condition, gain energy. Scrap components could be nice though, I might need money. Alright. Data fence table. What the heck? Oh, he won't take any more. Dead face. Okay. Tea house. Still buy data though. maybe we'll come back here and try to win some stuff, win some money after I got enough for a ship mind. Nice. Okay. All right. I need some energy. All right. Tea house. Scrap, gather scrap, go to work and it could be yours. Nice. The only thing I can do with twos, I think, is get some data. I'm gonna have to use a thing here soon anyway, so let's try this. Hey, we got one. Neutral outcome, nice. Alright. Let's go home. Use a stabilizer. Alright. Probably better work the noodle service. It cost me a dice as opposed to just money. If I buy a ration, what's that? That gives me a guaranteed 2, doesn't it? Yeah. Alright. Guess let's do some more work for them and we'll try to get into this organization here. As you say your goodbyes to the other enforcers and walk back to the lower end, a chirping catches your attention. It quiet corridor away from the main thoroughfare. Someone has stuck a small recorder to the wall with sealed tape. Written across the fluorescent tape is one word: sleeper. You peel away from the wall, and as you do, it triggers some kind of improvised trip switch. Sleeper. Sabine's voice crackles through. I have seen you with the Yadiga members. Are they holding you captive now too? A high whine. I'm sorry if I have dragged you into this. Do not trust them. Something is happening within the gang. Some kind of power struggle. Cover the speaker a little. Their voice too loud in the quiet corridor. I will come soon. Thanks to your efforts, I have located most of their properties at the right time. A pause. I'll see you soon. Don't give up. Remember our deal. The recording cuts out. Processing what you've just heard. Hearing Spine's voice again opens up something inside of you. An SNRP employee. Do they know that I know? You struggle with a mix of concern and distrust. You throw the recorder into a nearby waste chute. You leave the corridor, still unsure who to trust, and head quietly into the lower end. Yeah. It's like, do I trust Sabine or this gang? Like, every individual I've tried to trust has screwed me. So... I've probably enough for this derelict unit now. Get a better home. I don't know if that'll help. Unit is now sealing section by section to be usable. It's a laborious task, but the outcome is worth it. Is it now? Ugh. Crap. Not sure what getting a house there will do for me, but let's get some dice. Yikes. That's some craptastic dice rolls right there. Oh, hell yeah. Last one. Nice. This time you meet inside Rabai's office, although now that you've seen it, the office seems like kind of the wrong term. You find her stood in an almost bare, shadowy unit midway through a sequence of stretches. There are two low stools and a terminal in the corner, but it seems that most space is taken up by a heavy punching bag, rubber matting, and a stack of weights. Rabai turns to greet you, realize she is missing an arm. The prosthetic she usually wears is set in the cradle near the terminal, a web of colored wires running to it. Update, she says. Noticing you look for artificial arm usually is nothing to worry about or yourself with. Of course. That's it, says Rabai, gesturing to the two primitive stools. You both settle on the stools, Rabai crossing your legs on top and sitting straight back. Jai told me you have been doing the rounds, collecting ties, controlling the ward. She smiles. Some of the enforcers are impressed, and I hear you handled a few difficult circumstances. Nicely done. I wanted to see for myself. She raised an eyebrow. See what for yourself? If the stories are true. And the conclusion? Still deciding. Please keep us updated on any progress. She smiles and smiles. Joking aside, I know for you, life on the eye has been a struggle, but I hope I can do something about that from here onwards. Though some of our members may not see it this way, I know you too are a refugee. She looks at you solemnly. That is why you have come to us. Enough, Rabbi. Sabine's voice cuts through the conversation. I'm tired of listening to your affected nobility. They cross the room, Rabbi's baton in their hand, and the end lit with sparking electricity. Rabbi looks between the two of you. I suppose this ambush was another cooperation between you two. She looks strangely unfazed. No, they are acting alone. Thrown off for a moment by your renunciation. Rabbi takes this opportunity to act. She leaps from the stool and feigns past Sabine, grabs the baton and twists it inwards. She is by far the stronger, and she pushes Sabine to the knees, plunging and crackling into the baton towards their chest. They freeze there, Sabine struggling to keep the crackling baton from their skin. They silent. Sleeper, Sabine calls out, desperate. You are short on allies, Sabine. Perhaps even you understand that this foolish crusade will be your end by now. Rabbi holds the baton strong, and for a moment you think she is about to hammer it down Sabine's chest, but after a painful wait, she throws Sabine down instead, and spins the baton in her hand, thumbing as switching it off in a single move. Rabbi explained. They both look at you, each still catching their breath, as if they had forgotten about your presence. Explain what? How the moment I call my enforcers will come down here and take them away? Rabbi cracks her neck. You were lucky I didn't kill you. I would have had every right. Anger released tension more than threat. Sabine lifts themselves a little bruised from the fall. They roll into their side and cough. Rabbi gives them space. Sitting back on the stool, Sabine props himself up on their elbows and fixes Rabbi with a hard stare. You have something to say? Rabbi taunts. Say it. This is your final opportunity, because after this, she laughs, no coming back. What's the point? Sabine breathes heavily. She refuses to listen to criticism of the great Yedagan project. Marion collects herself. Speak. She folds her arms and waits to be convinced. Sabine takes a breath, organizing their thoughts. They go to start, pause, then decide on another approach. Eventually they say it. Yannick is a traitor. Sabine immediately flinches, her eyes her muscles clenching. But she slides. She rides it out, more eager to prove Sabine wrong than she is to hurt them, at least for now. When I came here from Eastern Arp, they glance at you, gauging your reaction. It was Yannick who won the first to support me, to look after me. I should have known then, but I was naive and afraid. Sabine turns to you, Sleeper. Take a breath. I know that I should have told you I worked for Eastern Arp long ago, but I thought you would abandon me, and you are my final friend. What you should know is that I left Eastern Arp because I was running for my life. I leaked documents on the Sleeper program and on the illegal and immoral practices it relied on to the press. Eastern Arp wanted me dead, and I fled as far as I could to the refugee, the edge of the surrogate system. Sabine stops to collect themselves. What does this have to do with Yannick? Sleeper knows you are Eastern Arp, I told them. While you hide beneath the cover of being a whistleblower, you and I both know you worked on the Sleeper program. Yannick told me as much. Sabine's face falls. It is true. They glance at you and then away, ashamed. They lifted their head. But it is Yannick, not me, who is in the pocket of Eastern Arp. I can prove it. He made some kind of deal to keep me here, to tie me up in debt, to lock me away in exchange. Rabbi slams her hand on the desk. Just tell us, for God's sakes. In exchange for those, Sabine finishes, nodding towards Roy's prosthetic arm in its cradle. He has been using Yedagan enforcers, using you as test subjects for Eastern Arp technology. I have the data to prove it. He has been bringing them under the guise of stolen shipments and of having me fit them, knowing each one is capturing data and sending it back to its makers. Rabbi Fick's expression has started to fade. Sabine produces a slate. It's all there. Thousands of hours of usage data, failure rates, error dumps. These are untested implants, Rabbi. They could short out, fail, cause cascading failures across a person's body. And they have. Sabine suddenly looks incredibly tired. I thought the error rate in the unit was down to them being stolen or modified. I've tried to fix hundreds of failures in my time here, not all of them. They stop, unable to continue. Rabbi closes her eyes and breathes in. When she opens them again, she holds out a hand to Sabine. Show me, she says. Later, much later, when you leave. Sabine is still taking Rabbi through the manifest and the usage data, both of them crowded around the terminal. Sabine leads Rabbi through each layer of Yannick's betrayal. As you leave, Sabine catches your eye and something passes between you, something like a thank you or a sorry or some other expression that communicates both sadness and hope. Well, doing nothing is an option. And that is exactly what I did. I chose no side, and I just let it play out. Alright, so... gonna need to be some cycles while they work that out. I have full energy, I'm looking good. I guess let's work on my place. Shaka. Do a little something for me. Once in a blue moon. It's kind of nice. All right. Fix up my apartment today. Screw it. Let's get her done. Nice. Got an upgrade point. That makes 2. If I get 1 more, I can get another one there. Interface, that'll be nice. Okay. Paired unit. A handful of chits, some crackers should bring it out of hiding. Okay. Beat a stray. Oh, I still had dice. I should have used it for hacking. Oh, wasn't thinking. Stray hops onto a work surface and looks out in a small window. It doesn't acknowledge your presence, it just sits there beside the tray of crumbled crackers, staring at the lower end. What is this cat's story? Are there more in the station? You haven't seen another in the lower end. But in this vast megastructure, that means little. There could be a whole colony of cats like this one down in the Warrens. You look at its sleek dark fur and sharp eyes, it doesn't look ragged, it looks at home. In fact, its presence in the unit makes you wonder if this is the Stray's apartment, which you were squatting in. Watch the Stray. While the Stray is looking at the station, you feel its attention on you, waiting for you to spring your trap. You remain relaxed and watch. Ow, Bella. She bit my ankle. Little turd. You remain relaxed and watch as something flickers in its eyes, perhaps a reflection of a passing ship. The Stray settles a little and starts eating, picking at the broken crackers. You don't remember ever having been this close to an animal. It triggers something in you. A recognition of life totally unlike your own, still somehow connected to parallel, interwoven. Ah, Bella! Ah, she's murdering my ankle right now. Why are you attacking me? Stray licks crumbs from its furs. You like it here? Flickers its tail at the sound of your voice. It's hard to imagine the Stray liking anything, or at least being vulnerable enough to admit it, but the Stray's pleasure in existing here in this place shines through its every sinew. It is not the Stray is always happy on the eye. The Stray is engaged by this place, alive here. Turn your eyes to the window, the one that Stray looks out of, and you both watch the stars and the ships together. You feel something pass between you and the Stray, a kind of acknowledgement of each other, a sense that might share something with the other, a point of connection. Now, once the Stray yawns wide, hops down to the unit, brushes along your legs, and then it is gone. Out through the unit door and back to the corridors of the lower end. Oh, okay, that was cool. I got a little stray cat. Boop. I'll just keep feeding the Stray. Why not? Alright, so we got some stuff here. I forget overgrown biosphere. Going green. Perk predictive reasoning. Might sketch a map. Try better to navigate its hazards. Walk the green. Well, why walk it when I can map it? Huh. Cut away the choking vine, stop the rot, and this place could be turned back into a garden of sorts. Cool. Well. This. One more cycle and I can meet with Bang. Commune. You're invited to assist in maintaining them. Newcomers support with canteen preparing service. Negative outcome. Join the hypercommune. Huh. Okay. What is this? Oh, snap. You get caught still and there's no way you'll be able to work in the stacks. As simple as that. There's a load of food here. Might not even get noticed it's gone. Work the stacks. Or barter for food. What if I do this real quick? Okay, well. Forage for fungus. Ah, here's where I can forage for it. Collect spores. Energy to grow spores. Gorilla caps are right here. Awesome. Okay, so I know where I can get those now. Alright, let's go back. Hi, Belly. What are you doing up here? You're just like on the floor attacking my feet for no reason. Hey, Squirt. Hey, you blocking? Can't get to my mouse. Alright. Okay. I got some dice. I need energy. I'm gonna have to buy another thing here. Alright, we're gonna have to make some money. I think I'm gonna have to go to the I think I gamble a little bit. Rabbi. As you enter the rabbi's office, you hear voices. That's Spine. You push open the door. Sleeper, what good timing. The rabbi calls you as you enter. I want to introduce you to someone. The man is standing at the main center of the room, speaking quietly with the rabbi. He turns as you come in. Meet Yannick. Oh, great. Sleeper, he nods. Been hearing good things from Rabbi. He smiles an easy smile. Good to meet you. Likewise, likewise. He waves a rigid hand. Now, Rabbi, where were we? Actually, I replaced the hand on your shoulder. The sleeper was what I wanted to talk to you about. She doesn't spare you a look. What is going on? Well, okay then. Yannick tucks his hand in his pockets. Go on. I'd like to recommend them to your ward. A tiny pause. They have shown themselves to be a capable ally here on the smoke side, but we have more than enough to run our territories. I hear the main block is proving more difficult. Yannick leans forward slowly. It's a mess, Rabbi. He waits, his tinted glasses shimmering despite the lack of light in the unit. I can use them, he suddenly declares. Good to hear. I can immediately... Yannick cuts her off with a raised hand. 1 second. He steps one surprisingly light step closer to you. You eager to work, sleeper? Yes. Yannick nods his head and is listening to music. Okay then, you suddenly are unsure if he is talking to you. That concludes it, Yannick pronounces. Sleeper can come work in the ward anytime they like. Shoot Rabbi a confused look. Rabbi finally glances at you for a moment, but it's so fast you almost miss it. Good, I know you'll be happy with their work, Yan. Yan reaches out and squeezes her shoulder. Sure, Rabbi says. Now please, he says, turning to face you. Let us old friends get back to it. He guides Rabbi away, leaving you standing alone. You look to Rabbi, but she has a deep conversation. So stunned and confused, you leave. I think she set me up to the spy for them, I guess. Yannick's ward. Yannick's trust. So I have to gain his trust. I do not have a great... Yikes. Alright. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, I need to eat. Sell scrap. I can hold on to it for now. I don't need it at the moment. Delivery, data table, still unavailable. There we are. Alright. Let's go to the Greenway, because I think I can meet what's-his-face there now. Yep, thing is there. I've also got this. I'm gonna pause the episode right here though. We're approaching an hour, so that's gonna be it for this one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.